right, today I'm here with Sherry at Unida's headquarters where all their abrasives are manufactured, and she is the hand sanding expert. So we're going to be talking about the pad saver. I was just going over with you, some tips and tricks when it comes to sanding, and I found out that I haven't been using one of these things, and I really should be using one of these things all the time. It comes with a kit. You can buy the kit from Paint Life Supply Co., or you can buy it from Unida's website. It's a kit that includes a sander, a bag, and a lot of their abrasives. It includes this little device right here too. Sherry, can you talk a little bit about this pad saver, why it's so important?
Yeah, this pad saver is what keeps you from swirling your wood. So anytime you're running a sheet good, which is a conventional abrasive sheet, we always have to put the pad saver in between. And the reason being, Chris, is that if you don't have this pad saver, what happens is the center panel will start to vibrate and it'll catch the sander, and the sander will skip across the surface, causing swirl marks. So when you put the pad saver on, it actually absorbs some of that and it allows it to move smoother. Unfortunately, because of the sander, you're still going to see a few swirl marks, but it's going to lessen this a lot. The other thing that the pad saver does is it saves your backup pad, because pulling this on and off, as you can see, every time you pull this on and off, it stretches out the hooks. Not only that, we generate heat, so the hooks will eventually straighten out, right? And that becomes a problem. So the pad saver will actually prolong the life of your backup pad, the hooks, and you'll just be replacing the pad saver versus the backup pad.
So it's interesting because when you told me that, I instantly related to what you were talking about when it comes to the sander walking. This is what I typically did. I would always tell somebody that didn't know how to use my sander, if it was an employee or something, you always got to put a pad saver on so you don't damage this, which is probably good practice.
Yeah, that's good practice.
But when I was using it myself, I would always just put the film tech on. But a lot of times when I'd start sanding, I would get vibration and the sander would start off walking as soon as I pressed the on button and started sanding. So you're now telling me this will eliminate a lot of that.
Very much so.
One of the questions I would have for you is this going to hinder us from getting a really flat finish?
No, because it's going to act as a shock absorber to absorb the vibration, but it's still stiff enough that you're going to be able to apply the pressure that you need, and it's not going to give you any give on the abrasive. That's the one thing that you can, when you look at pad savers versus interface pads, the interface pad is to give you that little bit of give of the abrasive, to allow that abrasive to kind of recede. Well, with this, it's going to stay prominent, and that's what we want when we're trying to flatten out something like that. We want that abrasive grain to stay prominent and stay focused on the wood, and this will not change that.
All right, so now just to summarize this, Sherry, so we've got our pad saver, and anytime I'm using Film Tech, which is a plastic abrasive, I use it all the time. I definitely always want to use a pad saver.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if I know some people are using paper abrasives, this is a flat paper abrasive called EcoStorm. So do I want to use the pad saver when I'm EcoStorm too?
Yes.
Now that's some really good information. So I've run into this problem, and now I think I'm going to have a little more success with my sanding, not have swirls probably in the future using this. Now I want to get it right. This is a pad saver. Is it a pad saver?
Pad saver.
It comes with an interface pad. I usually don't use the interface pad. This is a paper abrasive, so I'm going to want to use an interface pad with this also.
Pad saver, right. Pad saver.
Did I say interface pad again?
That's
quite a bit. I want to always use an interface pad. Right. This thing is very important. If you don't have an interface pad, if you haven't bought in the kit, you're going to find out today.
So we need a pad saver.
Pad saver. Not an interface pad.
Pad saver.
Good job.
Well, I was going to just roll with it because it doesn't matter. Everybody calls it an interface pad. It doesn't matter.
I saw you I was like, it must be important. You should just,
I heard it once and then 3 times. I'm like, maybe 3 times is too much.
Yeah, that's fine.